Hey guys, Cade Zero or Sub-Precision here. Sorry I didn't post yesterday or the day before that. I wanted to... Actually, no, I was just having problems with the video I'm trying to show here. So, I was trying to go for a live commentary the other day, and I couldn't get the audio to work right. So let me just explain what's going to happen. I took a bunch of clips, and I'm trying to... There's the overkill calling card, where you have to get a kill with both your primary and secondary weapon in the same life. And I like challenges within a challenge, so what I do is I tried to play free-for-all, and every time I got a kill, I would switch my weapon. And I just tried to win a game like that, so I'd get 15 kills with one weapon, 15 kills with another. And I made two classes, one with the MSMC and the MP7, then another one with the M1216 fully automatic shotgun and the Remington. So yeah, that'll be the gameplay you'll see there. I just took the clips where I actually win, played a little bit, and then I wanted to talk about what I'm going to do for this channel. I kind of wanted this to be just this kind of channel to where I can do what I wanted to with the games that I play, mostly Call of Duty, just because it's the games that I have the most fun with, and I wanted to do like challenges and stuff like that. Like I always set myself little side goals whenever I play this game, like whether it be use snipers or go knife only or something like that. That's why I'm excited for Advanced Warfare to come out, and now that I have this YouTube channel, every time, if there are challenges like there were in Black Ops 2, because we all know in Black Ops 2 there were quite a handful of them actually. I still haven't even got them done yet. But when Advanced Warfare comes out, I'm going to try to, if there is any, do all the challenges I possibly can. I hate C4. But I wanted to do the challenges that are in Advanced Warfare. And I could just record and record. I'd be able to post very frequently because it wouldn't take much effort to do. And I think it'd be fun to watch. Let me know if it is or isn't. And yeah, other than that, I wanted to thank you guys for anything you guys really can do for me. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, when it comes to this gameplay though, I wanted to say one of the things I'm frustrated with Black Ops 2 is how frequently people have adjusted to weapons. Now a lot of people say that people don't like the snipers because they're easy to use. One of the things that I'm not looking forward to, which I've very much noticed in Ghosts, is that because so many people use snipers, it raises the skill cap. Now the lesser skilled players, they're using sniper rifles, and it actually makes them better at this game because using sniper rifles after a while, it increases your accuracy. So what I think it'll do is the people at the bottom of the skill cap chain, whatever you want to call it, it actually raises it so where there's not as much of a gap between the pros and the casual players. So I think that's why more people are getting upset with it, and why a lot of games are not, specifically Ghosts, isn't receiving as much attention, because people with casual gamers now, they've always used, what's the word, not the most professional of tactics, like they'll sit in corners or they use overpowered weapons. But now that a lot of them are sniping, they can do that even more efficiently because now they have a better accuracy. That causes a lot of problems for the people that are trying to get gameplays to put it on YouTube. And that's honestly, I think it's better for the community that way. It keeps the challenge up, but it's going to make it harder for the people trying to make a living out of this. But at the same time though, you don't want to make you don't want this to happen again. Just for the fact that the reason why people are starting to gravitate away from Black Ops 2, or like when the Ghost came out, they tried going to other games like Battlefield. I think the reason I honestly, I think you can blame most of it on games like this. Not saying Black Ops 2 is a bad game in any way, it's probably my favorite one. But at the same time though, there's a lot of things in this game that made it to where it was more difficult to play. More specifically, the ones I'm frustrated with were the C4s and the Shock Charge, Bouncing Betty, Claymore combos. Just because those didn't seem to have as much of they had an unfair advantage with that. And with the C4s, they honestly just the explosion radius. That's all I can really say about that. And sorry if I'm jumping around. Like this, honestly, I don't do this, so thought I'd give it a try with a longer gameplay, because it's pretty much two gameplays, yeah. But that's why I like this increased skill cap thing, because I've always done this challenge thing. I like my friends know me. I'm a perfectionist. I try to do everything I possibly can in everything that I do. That's why with the increased skill cap of the Call of Duty game, it'll make these challenges a bit harder to do. So therefore, you can see struggle, and you could see pretty much me grow as a player, because I'm not nowhere near the best, and maybe I could rise up to be better than that. So it'd be interesting to see how this all works out, and it'd be, I don't know, I think it'd be interesting to see. After a while of doing this, you'd be able to go back and see how much worse I was at this game, and then see how it slowly grew. But some people, specifically some of my friends, like Justified, he doesn't what's the word I'm looking for? He doesn't understand why I do these challenges or why I change the things that I do, and it's mainly for the sense of accomplishment. But at the same time, doing these challenges teaches you something. It gives you something to benefit off of that will improve you when you go back to your normal gameplay. Like for this challenge, for example, the Overkill challenge. This will teach me how to use weapons off the ground, or how to use perks more efficiently, and how to go without some of the crutch perks I use, like Flak Jacket or Tac Mask, just to counter those Betty shock charge things. I don't know whoever invented that, but at the same time though. But yeah, these challenges, they help you grow as a gamer, and it will actually help you out with these challenges. I'd like to see how Advanced Warfare plays some new challenges to see how you can make this experience even better. So I'm excited to see how that works out, and pretty much for the people that are trying to make a living out of this, I wish you the best of luck, and hopefully they don't screw up the sniping for you. But yeah, that's what I like about these games though, is you could do different things and it will teach you something new every time. So, for example, when I started sniping, after a while of doing it, and I went back to using regular guns, I was more accurate. I was significantly more accurate. Now admit every now and then I'll have these, what kind of aiming is that? Have you held a controller before moment? But at the same time though, there are other times where people don't understand. Half the time I don't even understand half the shots I hit. Like this one's a perfect one right here. I was just kind of spraying around him, and then it ended up going straight to the head. At the same, yeah, you see, I used more bullets there than I really should have, but I still ended up pulling off a good headshot. So that was a decent game, actually. It's only halfway over, so got one more game to talk through. And, I actually probably should have chose a shorter gameplay to talk over for the first time. But it is what it is. I'll see what I can keep talking about. But yeah, the sniping, it increased my accuracy. And then I saw only use me blade and people like Vicstar123, and I started trying to go knife only. This increased my reaction time and was the intelligence of a player. I can now understand where people are, how they move, how they react, where they go, and it gives me better map control and knowledge of the game itself. And that improved everything significantly a lot more there too. And then after a while of playing Black Ops 2, since admittedly it is pretty much the first Call of Duty I played all the way through, I played a little bit of Black Ops 1, but that was about it. I did not like the game at first, mainly because I was horrible at it. And then I started playing Black Ops 2. I tried to get Black Ops 2, and I played it all the way through, and I'm still getting better at it. And so when I started doing these challenges, I found a bunch of challenges for the hardcore playlist. And I started playing hardcore, and honestly, that was actually one of the best times I had in a while, because it was fun not having to worry about how many hit markers you're putting in. It's pretty much 1 to 2 shots and they're down. This increased my reaction time, so this is actually, it helped me accomplish a good feat, and that's why I can do some of the stuff that I do now, because I have a sharper reaction time than I did when I started. This is helping me do a lot more with this game, and I'm having much more fun with it because I'm better at it. But at the same time, though, you can't go, you can only, with Black Ops 2, with how many there are, I still have to keep playing this game well past its lifespan. That's why I'm happy that they're still doing microtransactions, keeping the game alive for a little longer for me to actually complete these challenges. But, and it's actually, I don't know. I can't wait to see the day when I have all the calling cards. That's all I really want to say about that. It'll be fun seeing everything filled out, not having anything locked or anything like that. But because of the perfectionist thing, you're not going to see me be one of those people who resets their stats or sticks at a certain prestige. I'm going to go all the way through it, and I'm not changing anything. I'm not going to do some dirty, cheap tactic like lower your KD or something like that just to get into easier lobbies. No, I'm going to play this game the way I do, complete the challenges, and have fun with it. So yeah, I'll try to keep this channel as honest as possible, and we'll see how that goes from there. And with Advanced Warfare, though, I'm hoping that in Sledgehammer, I hope you guys have some good challenges, because I'm looking forward to it. And I don't want it to be like Ghosts or Black Ops 1 with the contracts or the challenges that you can do over and over again for more XP. I want a finite, like, recognition, like a symbol that I completed this challenge and I can't do it again. Well, because I know in Ghosts, like, there's the patches, but you're able to do the challenge again for additional XP. I don't like that. In Black Ops 1, you had the contracts, and they just you had no record of which ones you completed or how many times you completed it, and that made it not as fun for me due to the fact that I had to keep doing the contracts over and over again. But it gave me just gave you a little something to do. That at the same time, I know that Black Ops 1 has these challenges, these things like with the perks and stuff like that. I know there's that, and that's why I still have fun with the game now. But I don't know, I just don't like that idea of resetting challenges. So yeah, I'm trying to see if I can keep this going and see how long I can keep this going. I hope you guys stay entertained with this. Honestly, I'll try to post every Tuesday at the very least, and I don't know why I missed. Oh yeah, that's right, it's because I had the technical issues. I'll see if I can get those worked out, but yeah, for now, I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what I wanted to make this channel be, and see if you guys wanted to follow. I mean, I know it's always cool to look back at some of your favorite YouTubers' older videos and see how much they've grown as an individual and as in their skill cap in this game. So hopefully this should be fun, and if I can keep doing this for a while, it'll be interesting to see how much I can get better at this freaking game. But one of the reasons I wanted to start trying this channel out is, I don't know, it seems like it's a fun hobby thing, and you could actually benefit from it in better ways than what other people do, and it's a really fun way to stay active with a bunch of people. So that's why I'm trying to keep this channel as honest as possible, so I can at least interact with anybody who pretty much wants to stay in touch with me. And yeah, hopefully this will work out for the most part. I know this gameplay is nearly at an end here. It's about 5 more kills, and yeah, forgive my accuracy. That was bad. I'll admit that. I don't know why. I used to be good with the Remington, and not anymore. Once I got that sucker gold, anything I knew or loved about that weapon was gone. But yeah, I'm just So let's see how I can do with this channel. I'll stay honest. I'll stay as honest as possible, and we'll see how this goes. I'm pretty sure I get like rapid 4 kills. No, 3. I know the last one is like a double kill or something like that, but yeah, other than that, it's nearly about over. So I'll let you guys just enjoy this double kill, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.